Right, guys, back with another recap. Today's recap is of Wednesday the 30th. Making this video just in the afternoon, as a sort of I finished trading, chilled out for a bit, and now I'm on to do this. Haven't uploaded in about a week. Literally haven't taken any trades. I've gone on every single day. Um, yeah, every single day. I was trying to think I have missed the days. I've gone every single day and I've looked for trades, and it's just really been nothing. I did have one trade yesterday that I didn't get my fill on, in a sense I didn't get entered on the trade, which I got missed by about a point, a tick. I think it was like a tick and a half, a tick, yeah, a tick. Um, and it would have been a full take profit, which was very frustrating. Maybe it's a reason why I traded today a bit more aggressively than I should have, but I don't think it was the end of the world. I ended up sitting there and taking the trade today that I thought made sense. Now I look back at the trade and I've looked back at it a bit and I've sort of evaluated it a bit, and it was the idea with the trade was actually really good in my opinion. The idea behind it was good. It's just a case of I didn't pay attention enough to the ES. Now the ES has a pivot. It was at 66ish, right? And we were down at about 62. Now, to me, if the pivot's there, I need to be very careful of that. And I need to be paying attention to that. And I need to be trading based off of that because the ES is likely to move up to that pivot. Now, I, for some reason, did not realize and see the pivot. I did not, my brain did not clock in that there's a pivot right there. Be careful here. Which meant that I ended up taking a trade where I pretty much just got wicked for not really any reason. Um, I kind of the trade I pretty much the trade would have actually played out had I paid attention to the pivot and based my trade off the pivot more. That's the way I would need to I need to phrase it, because if I had paid attention on the ES to the ES enough and realised that there was a pivot there, I would have then had my stop or my entry price at a different point. I then would have traded off the pivot, and my exit would have been an exit based off if we break the pivot on the ES. Or I could have just traded the ES and put my stop loss above the pivot, which would have meant if we go up to the pivot and stop me out, it's fine. And I think that's what I should have done. I should have traded to the ES and have my stop at about 66 and a half, 68, 67, and have my entry price be at about 64, 65. Maybe even entry price at the pivot and then get out at about 68. So I have a like 2 point stop, so I lose $100, whatever. Because I feel like today I pretty much just got wicked. Didn't really need to take a loser on that sort of trade. The trade kind of felt like I just didn't read the whole book. Pretty much, that's the best I can put it. I didn't read the whole situation. I got quite a bit of slippage on the trade as well. I got a point and a point and a half, a point and a tick. So I lost about $25 more than I wanted to, but it's fine. I'm not into odds. I'm not actually that upset about it. It's just one of them for me where I didn't hate the exit on the trade. Like watching it back and looking at the place I exited the trade, how Delta was moving up. It was getting aggressive on Delta. The market was moving quite aggressively, where very, 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 very possibly we could have rocketed back up into 35s, and I didn't want to be on a trade up down 30, 40 points on. Like, that's just a plain and simple way of putting it. The exit was fine to me. I'm not upset with the exit. I should have just based the trade a bit more off the ES and probably maybe even just traded the ES today, because the trade was lined up very well on the ES and it would have worked out if I had traded the ES today. I just traded the NASDAQ and didn't pay enough attention to the ES. That's the best I can put it. Which is fine. It's a learning thing. Make sure I pay attention to the ES enough. I also need to pay attention to a few other things I don't look at enough. It's a thing for me to do, but that's one of them. We're going to move on to tomorrow. I probably will trade tomorrow, and then I probably will not trade. I've got dentist on Friday, so I won't trade Friday. And then next week, I'll be honest, I probably won't trade at all, just for the factor of I know that the market's going to be very, very volatile. The US election is going on the 5th, so the market's going to be extremely volatile that whole week, especially the 4th, 5th, 6th. I might dabble and try going on the 7th or 8th, so Thursday or Friday, but I would not just take the whole week and just don't trade that week, just because there's no reason to lose money for no reason. Obviously, I could make money from it, but That's the way I see it. And then I probably will start trading again on the 11th. We'll then trade the rest of this month. And then on, obviously we'll be into December then. So we'll start getting towards the time of the year where it's a bit harder to trade. The market tends to be a lot more choppy. People tend to stop trading. Who's actually like big traders and stuff tend to stop trading as much. But yeah, not the end of the world. Hopefully we can take another trade tomorrow. If we don't, we don't. No rush at all. And we will just go from that really. Yeah, that's it. Alright, I'm going to end the video here. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be well. I'll see you guys either tomorrow or maybe Friday. No, I'm not doing Friday at all. I'm completely away Friday. So I'll be maybe next week, probably not, but probably the week after that. Okay. So